Look at that. Woohoo! Ah! Hello and welcome. I'm Amy on another two-wheel adventure. Today I'm doing something very exciting, well, something that I think is very exciting. I bought a brand new motorcycle, except it's not a brand new motorcycle, it's actually as old as I am. But to me, it's brand new. This is my first time taking the bike out. I'd only ever ridden it up and down the driveway a couple of times, and I wanted to see how this thing goes both on the road and on the dirt tracks as well. So I've gone for a pretty wild adventure and ended up pretty deep in the Australian bush, and I would love to share that experience with you. So what exactly is my brand new old vintage motorcycle? It is a 1993 Yamaha DT175 Enduro. And I was interested in getting this bike because I've been keen on becoming more competent off-road, and eventually I would like to get myself some kind of a motocross bike before getting this motorcycle. A friend of mine has just recently bought a proper ring motocross style bike, and I had a go on it, and it shook my bones and made me want to get one too. So this is kind of like my stepping stone baby version of that, or of what hopefully lies in my future. But I just wanted to get really comfortable, confident and competent on this before stepping up to something a bit bigger and a bit more powerful. And so far the experience has been great. Let me show you the bike. So here she is in all of her colourful glory. Someone has put pink hand grips on it, and I will say the previous two owners were male, and it wasn't me. Eventually those will get swapped back over. It is road registered, and it of course is a two-stroke, and today is my first time riding a two-stroke on the road. Before today I'd only ever ridden two-stroke on dirt tracks, and not a lot either, so this has been a very unique, very different, very new experience for me, and I've also ended up in a place that I've never been to before as well. Come and enjoy the adventure with me. Woohoo! This is a very new and strange experience for me. Obviously, my right mirror needs fixing. Look at that. Oh well, lucky we got that one. Woohoo! Flanning! Oh! That doesn't look very deep, but I just got soaked. Okay, so it must be this one. All right, I am not a professional enduro rider or even like an average one at all. This is my first time taking this bike out properly. And I know that the roads ahead are dirt roads. I don't know what condition they're going to be in because we've just had winter. And as you saw, lots of flooding. So I'm going to give it my best shot and find out what me and this bike can handle together. Woohoo! And have a bit of fun exploring. Okay. Day entry. $10 per motorcycle. Well, I don't have the correct fee, so they will be getting extra from me. Okay, let's see. Avon Valley National Park. Whoa! Whoa! Valley. So that's a campsite. That's not bad. Just gonna have a quick little look in here. It's actually quite beautiful, really. Especially this time of year. Ah, it's lush. You sleep on that grass. There's my noisy little friend. Except it looks like I can't go the way I want to go. It's a little bit nervy using a drop blue out in the middle of the Australian bush. Even though you're pretty sure it's going to be okay, you can't help but think about all those little creatures that could just reach up and grab you. I seem to have the whole place to myself, and it's pretty bloody beautiful. So I'm just going to use this opportunity to have a little bit of a snacky snack. It's pretty cool that we've got these little pockets of nature hidden away and protected all around the place. And it's even cooler that you're allowed to access them, most of them, on a motorbike. I'm having fun on my little friend up there. Hasn't skipped a beat. 1993, that's my kind of vintage. When I was 20, I just felt like I had to get away. But I felt like I had to get away for an extended period of time. I just wanted to wake up every day in a new place and not know where I was going to go or where I was going to spend the next night. I wanted the freedom of that. I used to see a lot of people driving around Australia in vans, a lot of, elderly people. I'm like, why not? Why not go around Australia in a camper van when you're retired? Why not live on the road? But a lot of foreigners as well, I'd see them parked up at the beaches. And it just felt to me like they were living some kind of a dream. Living on very little. I was kind of, not that I had a lot of luxuries, but was always interested in discovering what it would be like to live on very little. And to live with that kind of freedom of literally fitting all of your belongings into one vehicle with you. So I took off when I was 20, not in a van, just in a car with a 2-man tent that I was sharing with another person. And just lived in a tent for 7 months, just driving around Australia, waking up in a new place nearly every day. Not sure at all, like no plans at all. No idea where I was going to end up that day or where I was going to spend the night. Just a map book. This was not in the day of map books. I'm not that old, but in the day when I still used map books. So I just had a map book that had all of the campsites around Australia kind of dotted out on it. Just go, see where I ended up. And I stayed in a lot of places similar to this, where you'd just pay a fee, a cash fee, put it in a drop box, park up and camp for however many days you wanted or needed. And this reminds me a little bit of that. Except that this time I'm on my own, which, trust me, is for the best. If you go traveling, make sure that you choose your travel partner wisely. I feel that the company that you keep is just as important and relevant and significant to the experience that you're going to have as the country that you choose or the kind of traveling that you choose to do. Choose your travel partner wisely. I hadn't quite learnt that lesson when I was 20. So differences are, this time I'm alone, this time I'm on a motorbike, and this time I'm not camping. But I certainly would like to come back here and camp. Perhaps with some good company. So yeah, this is familiar to me in a way that I like. Today is such a beautiful day. Yeah, technically it's still winter, but oh my God, look at this. I'm not complaining about the cold because I know it's necessary, and I'm grateful for the rain that is also necessary out here. And I'm grateful for how green and lush everything is. But my God, I come to life in the sun. And I am loving this absolutely perfect day that we happen to be having in what is technically winter. I'll take it. If you got somewhere that you can lay down in the sun, I suggest you do it as well. And take some deep breaths. And let it all go. Beautiful. Bugger. I so wanted to ride with my visor up, but that's the risk. I get bugs in my eyeballs. It's too nice to be locked in my helmet. So there's a lot to explore in here. So I will definitely be coming back with $10 and spending more time. Really exploring. Tracks everywhere. Hi! So I think if I went that way, instead of following the sign to the campgrounds, I would have ended up at a waterfall, which is where I'd hoped I'd end up today, but alas, we have run out of time. I must add as well that this bike actually has more road bike tires on it, because it was largely ridden on the road before I got it. So it hasn't even got proper off-road tires on, and I mean, it's built for it, isn't it? And these aren't crazy dirt roads that I'm on either. I'll have to take it really, really off track someday. Perhaps go back out into the Julimar State Forest. Everyone says, don't go into the Julimar State Forest in winter because it gets incredibly muddy and very, very boggy, and people get stuck out there. But perhaps we go out into the Julimar State Forest on this in winter and give it a really good try. In the harshest of conditions. With its road tires. And give me a good workout as well, because as I said, this is relatively new for me. Woo! That was a big bump. Another one. Stand and it's fine. Standing. So this isn't actually my first ever Yamaha Enduro bike, or DT even. Before I even got my ag bike, so before I really started getting serious about learning how to ride, I bought a little Yamaha DT175 Enduro from the 70s. Which I still have and which I absolutely love. Green, metal tank. My first two-stroke. But it was having this problem where once it was getting warm, and let me know if you have any ideas about this, but once it was getting warm, it was getting warmed up, it would stop working. It would just stop running. And before you ask if I was mixing oil in with the petrol, yes, I was. But it would start fine, it would run fine for a while, and then as soon as it got warmed up, it'd just conk out, just stop. And then wouldn't start again until it had cooled down. So I stopped riding it and it's just been kind of sitting there. Whoop! A little skiddy skid there. I did not know the end of the road was coming. Alright, let's go through the flooding again. Look at that. Woohoo! Ah! I got even more wet than last time. Just on my other boot, had to even it out. So really, I am super happy with this purchase, with this latest addition to the family. I've had a lot of fun on this bike today. It's good on the road, it's good on the dirt, it's good in the water. No probs. And this is just the beginning. Do I enjoy riding a two-stroke on the road? Yes, I do. Do I mind that I make an obnoxious noise as I ring-a-ding-ding down the road? Oh yeah, I do, a little bit. But the joy of it offsets that a little bit. Also, I don't know if you're legally allowed to in Western Australia, but one day I would like to, if I am allowed to, follow, there's a track that runs along beside all of the railway lines out here. And one day I would like to get on, well, I guess either this one or my adventure bike and follow that track for as long as I can. Or just follow that track until I get sick of it, I guess. Follow the railway line. So if anyone has any clue about that, if you live in Western Australia, if you've ever followed the track that runs beside the railway line, let me know. Because that might be one of my adventures one day. Well, I hope it will be. On a road registered bike, of course. I can smell people when they pass me in their cars. Is that just me? Or can you guys smell people when they pass you in their cars as well? Maybe it's just one of the perks of wearing a helmet. So thank you for joining me for this adventure today. I had fun. I hope that is evidenced in the video. I'll take you back out there again sometime. We can go even more exploring. So if you're enjoying coming on these adventures with me, subscribe and follow along. And I will see you next time. See ya!